What 3 things do you need to make great business photos? Find out after this. Well, hello there, and welcome back to VMEDU. My name is Jaynes. Today we're going to talk about what 3 factors you need to be aware of for making great business photos. All right, so the first one is great subject matter. You got to know what it is that you're shooting. It needs to be interesting or unique. It needs to be different, fun, jaw-dropping, something exciting, showing what it is that you do, process-driven, anything you can think of to kind of up the ante. Taking a photo of a product is great if you're using it for online, but if you're actually trying to tell a story with that photo, where can you put that object? What can you do with that? Where can you put that person to tell a different story? Where can you put those clothes or that, all of these combined elements together? What can you do to make that subject more interesting? That's the first factor in creating a really great business photo. The second one is considering the light. Okay, and this is one most people don't ever really think about unless you shoot photos on a regular basis. So time of day. What time of day are you shooting? Are you using natural light or are you doing artificial light? Obviously in here we're using a little bit of natural light, but mostly it's artificial light. There's a couple of lights around that are, hung up that, do the lighting job for us around here. But if you are taking photos out or whatever, are you using flash? Are you bringing a bounce card? Are you doing all the things to create great light for you? And then it also just directly leads into modifiers. So like, how are you modifying the light? Are you using any sort of screen scrim, frosted glass, anything you can use to help you improve the quality of the light that you're using? Light generally doesn't come out the way we want it to work if we're looking to make great things. So we have to change the light, turn it into something else, and that's what those modifiers are for. You see that in terms of soft boxes, again, bounce cards, other things like that. Modifiers are super important. And the last thing you need to consider in creating great business photos is great composition of the photos. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can choose to compose your photos. I'm going to talk about the ones that I generally use. Rule of thirds probably being the number one. It's a great place to start. Basically, the screen is divided into thirds, and we'll overlay that right now to make sure that everything kind of lines up right, and there's a center, and you can balance things off each other. It all depends on what it is that you're trying to do, but the composition of your photo is huge, and rule of thirds is one way to get there. Another one is leading lines. So anytime lines lead in towards each other or away from each other, or there's lines all over the place that are going in and out, try to show an example on screen now. That's what leading lines is. Another one is called center weighted. So if you're in the middle of the frame, like this, then it's called center weighted. Everything's in the middle, everything tries to line up just right. And the last one is balance. So if you had 2 different people here, there'd be one on the left, myself, we would be kind of equidistant of the frame, and that's a good reason why you'd use the rule of thirds, because you'd be able to create a balanced image from the other compositional method. Yeah, if any of this helped you, that's great. Yeah, and those are the 3 factors to help you get great business photos. Those are 3 big things to think about. If you have any questions, please visit us on Spotify. Send us in a audio message. Happy to answer that here. Also, make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We're available on all those. And YouTube, if you like. That's probably why you're watching this short. Also, check out visualmediaco.com. That's visualmediaco.com to check out, and see what we're doing. And we want to help you tell your story better. Thanks.
There's only one media company in Middle Tennessee that's internationally published, national award-winning, and cares about our community. Tell your story better with the Visual Media Company